Let's have some fun. It used to be a big white van. It looked like a beluga whale. So I designed this graphic, which I've applied in vinyl. Starting to look a little bit tatty. So the idea is now to replace all of the vinyl and actually paint that on, because I'm quite happy with the way the van looks. I've got a selection of paint here from Montana Colors, otherwise known as MTN. This is their hardcore range, which is a semi-gloss graffiti paint. And the reason why I've gone for that is because this stuff pretty much sticks to everything. And to do this intricate graphic in the body shop is just going to take too much time and money. So besides, it's a lot more fun doing it here at home. Gonna have the little 3mm tape for the fine lines, masking tape, and of course the prep done with 400 grit sandpaper. Here we go. Gonna start on the back with a little wave on the rear doors. So I've just washed that down. Gonna now use that as a template for the painting. So I'm gonna take that off, prep it with sandpaper, and then spray it. So I'm just gonna use the mouse with 400 grit sandpaper to key this door before I paint it. Once the surface has been keyed, I'm just going to clean it with some panel wipe. On the edges where there's a little bit of rust, I'm going to use some Genolite rust remover just to treat that rust on the edges there. Let's have some fun. Oh yes. Wow. Look at that. Caribbean blue. Now to seal it all in with some acrylic varnish from MTN, so that should preserve that nicely from the elements. Bada bing. Right. Time to remove the vinyl and replace with paint. Because the grey vinyls are so bad, I think I'm going to do those next. After having done the Caribbean blue, time for the grey. See, the vinyl has pulled off a little bit of paint here, so I'm going to have to fix it up before I spray on the grey. So, today didn't go quite according to plan because this grey vinyl left behind all of this gunk, which I have to remove with carb cleaner, actually, most beautifully. But what's happened is that it's damaged some of the paint that I've already done. So, when I do the other side, I will start with the grey vinyl, strip that all off, clean it, and then use that as the template for the other colours. Instead of working the sensible way from the lightest colour to the darkest, I'm going to have to do it a little bit differently. Anyway, end of day one. That's all the grey vinyl removed now. Now to just sand it and mask it, and then paint it. So the prep work's been done, the van's being masked up, and I'm now ready to do the first coat of pearl grey, which is going to replace the nardy grey vinyl that I had on the van originally. I'm hoping it's going to come out a very similar colour. These tend to come out slightly darker, it seems, than the colour on the lid, which is understandable. Once again, I'm using MTN hardcore graffiti paint because I want just that satin kind of finish. Although this is sold as gloss, it's not coming out quite as gloss as you would think, which is perfect for this. Well, pretty happy with the way the first coat's gone down. Great coverage. Obviously these will get filled in afterwards. I'll let this dry before I give it a second coat and have a cup of tea. Maybe change my mask. Time for some Sputnik Grey Mountain. Well, that's the greys done and the Caribbean blue. I need to redo those small pale grey mountains because they got damaged, and then the blue at the bottom. Pretty happy with the result. Right, so we're going to paint in the mountains now again, because they got a little bit damaged from before. Decided to sand, which you've seen, and mask this whole primary area to paint in the white, then sea blue, and then the black key line over the top. Hopefully this goes without a hitch. Well, that's the shape of the wave masked up now. You can see I've used the 3mm blue 3M tape, pinstripe tape, to give the fine edge, and overlapped it slightly on the blue of the wave, the teal green, and then masked it in with masking tape. So the fine blue tape gives you the fine edge, and then obviously you don't need to be too concerned with how accurate the masking tape is. Second coat of this Pro Build primer. So now I'm going to paint the white, then the blue, and then finish it off with the black. Well, you can guess what happened, can't you? I thought I had 2 cans of white MTN hardcore to paint the wave, and of course I only had 1. So I've ordered another one, but in the meantime, because I can't leave this unfinished, I'm going to hope that this appliance white from Helfrids is going to be a good enough match. Got to get this wave finished while I've got a little bit of blue sky. So there you have it. Let's hope this works. Well, it serves me right really. I should have checked my paint before I started this side. The color match is actually really good, but the quality of the paint compared to the M10 Hardcore is noticeably worse. It runs really easily compared to the M10 product, and it's finished already. And as you can see, I still need to give it another coat, so I'm going to have to take the panel van off to Whole Frauds and buy another can of this. That's the third coat, or fourth coat now. Thankfully I managed to get some appliance white down the road from Halfords. And yeah, that'll do for now. Now to paint in the sea. Unfortunately, rain has stopped play. And this is what happens when the paint doesn't cure because the weather is crap. So I'm trying to heat it up with a little portable heater just so it cures, so I can tidy up this edge between the sea and the wave, and then I can paint it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. This mishap here actually started before I put vinyl on. This paint had already started flaking off when I bought the van. The wave and mountain mural, the things that I love the most, and here it is all on the WanderWagon. Happy days.